Hi, Kesa. Let me see where your reflection is. I'm so sorry, I just had it. Where would it have gone? Okay. Good job. I like some of the prompting and stuff. I would, though, it was good that, you thought the finger was going a little bit better, but next time in the future, excuse me, with her or even any other client, if the pencil seems to be causing that much more of a motor challenge, then that's when I would grab the stencils out, because you don't want them having to like point through with their finger and it's sharp and weird. And the stencil board, you commented shoulder level to the client. Not really. It should be kind of straight out from where their shoulder is, or the shoulder that they're poking with, but instead of having the board like up that high, you want it about 4 inches above their knee. So when they do go out, they don't have to use that shoulder to lift their hand up. Yeah, Joy seemed very engaged. That was good. And yeah, she was definitely getting a little more tired, especially if it's kind of the end of the day. And then because it's just such a new task, her eyes, there's a lot of strain on the eyes. So for pushing through, I would probably assume these first few sessions, even 5 or 10, just aim for 45 minutes. And I would just do a chunk, 3 or 4 questions, and then you can read. And maybe while you read, if she wants to move around or color or have a fidget, whatever, let her do that. And then you can say at the beginning, 20, 25 minutes in, we can take like a 3 to 5 minute break, and then we'll do another 15 minutes or so. But with her age and her regulation, and didn't seem too much of a busybody, I would aim for about 40, 45 minutes. And then, yeah, I do want you to kind of rewatch and be super duper conscious of kind of that presuming competence and how you're phrasing some things. This is, it's totally normal, happens with everyone. It just comes with more and more practice and experience. But little comments like, let me see if you can spell, or do you know where the D is, or do you know what D looks like, or saying this is E, that's D, that should never be a part of any session with any client. Instead of saying, let's see if you remember or if you can spell, just ask the question once and say first letter, because we know she can do it. We're not asking her to identify letters. We're not asking her how to spell anything. We are just helping her body create those strong pathways, because she knows what a D looks like. She knows where it is. It's just her telling her arm to go get that D in the right time. You got to stop with the spell onlys. Remember, that is just a warm up for everybody, unless they're really, 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 really busybody. But spell onlys, it should only be 2 or 3 at the beginning of the lesson, and then you're doing greens. So I will have to take off quite a few points for that, because I've had to remind you of that a few times, which is fine. That's just part of the process. But really, 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 they're only for a warm-up, and that's it. Again, you never have to repeat the word you asked her to spell. You said it once, she's got it, so just go right into that. All right, we're spelling different. First letter, look for it, go. After D, E, I then, F then. Not okay, different, look, we're doing different. And then if she gets D-I-F-F, then none, you don't have to say like, okay, remember, we're spelling different. The board was moving a little bit. I think it was still kind of a little too high. Push her back from the table some more and get it those 4 inches above the knee. You never want her hand or anything resting on the table. So when you scoot her back, then you can have it, her hand is up and she has that range of motion. Don't be shy to lift up your hand for the gestural. You can even say things like top corner, left corner, bottom row, upstairs, downstairs. She was doing pretty well poking when you did her finger, but also with the pencil, you can always, I had noted to really watch that grip instead of kind of this. Just keep fixing it to that, because then it's more of a sturdy thing. Yeah, also too, be mindful of if she mispokes, then, don't say, nope, that's not it, or wrong, or no. Again, that's just something that we all do and it comes with practice. But yeah, we really, really need to figure out that board placement, figure out other ways to phrase things, and remember that you're not testing their comprehension or their spelling abilities. And then also, while I was recording this and I just grabbed that out, I thought I'd give you a little tour of my backpack that you wanted to see. So I have this, I think it's like a nurse's clipboard. It's just nice because I can put my pen and pencils in there and paper, and then I put their transcripts in there once I've written on them. I have a little pencil pouch full of lots of pens and pencils and some little fidgets and things. And then I've got a little keyboard stand, and another stand for my laptop. I have a few clients who are working on independent typing, so they need the keyboard stand and the laptop to be visible. And then I always have a bunch of extra chargers. I'll carry around some lesson books, but for the most part, I have most of my lessons on my phone. And then I always have a set of stencils, number stencils, laminates, and sensory boards. I recently kind of made a little folder full of my favorite blog posts that just kind of talk about what S2C is and stuff, and all from iAsk, so I printed that out if I ever have new families that want to look at it. And I have a keyboard for some of my spellers. And yeah, in my car I also have another, I don't know, kind of almost looks like a little suitcase, but it's meant for work, with just backup boards, a couple of my favorite go-to books written by advocates, another book, some books for littles. Sometimes I use educational, like books with graphics. What else do I have in there? Backup boards, fidgets, some blue painter's tape in case I ever want to do some movement and mark some targets on the floor or the walls, a tripod, that for my phone when I'm recording my sessions, and yeah, I think that's it when it comes to the backpack. Thanks.